morning and welcome to Daybreak Live. I'm Oluwayemi Adelakun.
And I'm Anulu Akwoidu. Thanks for joining us as we bring you the key stories shaping the day and the conversations that matter. And this is Daybreak Live. Stay with us and let's get started this morning.
Definitely.
Good morning to you.
Yeah.
Yemi.
Yeah. Good morning, Anu.
How are you today?
I'm very well. Okay, so something happened yesterday. There was a video that is circulating online, and because of that, some Nigerians are worried and they're asking questions. Are we sure the president is okay? Is he well? And I think that forced the presidency to release a statement to say that, oh, the president is okay, and he only stepped on an object. According to the spokesperson of the president, I'm talking about Bayo Nonuga, he came out to say that, oh, the president only stepped on a metal object, and of course, people should not read, meanings to that. Anyone can sleep. And then I think that's very correct. Anyone can sleep. Even models sometimes on the stage, they sleep, maybe when they miss their step or they are not so focused on where they are going to. So it can happen to anyone, old, young, it doesn't really matter. But because this is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, of course, the world is worried, not just Nigerians now. They're worried to say that, okay, is he actually okay? But then one thing I really do not understand is the fact that a certain individual, I'm speaking about Lege Miami, posted a video yesterday, and then he said the video is AI generated, that the president did not sleep. And I'm wondering, really, you're not part of the government, you're not an ambassador, you're not a minister, you're not a special aide or something like that. So why should you release a video to say the video was AI generated? These are the issues. This constant dismissal of what later becomes the truth, is becoming very sickening. As a matter of fact, I don't think only politicians do that. Sometimes celebrities, well-meaning Nigerians, prominent figures in the society, feel the need to say that, okay, this video is AI, I'm not the person. Recently, another case is the wife of the former governor of Oyo State, the late Ajimobi. There was something that happened and a video was also circulating online. And then recently we got to hear that, the video is AI generated, while some persons are saying, no, this video is real. So these are the issues. It's not a big deal if the president slept, maybe stepped on an object and then he missed his steps. It's not a problem. There's certain things are called reflex action. For instance, now if you yawn too much in the space of 10 minutes, people might want to ask you, are you hungry? Do you want to sleep? Are you tired? Certain things must lead to that. So a lot of things must have happened. Maybe according to the presidency, he indeed stepped on a metal object and that was what happened. But then we need to be very careful as a nation how we portray ourselves. Imagine if the presidency did not come and affirm this now, and then the likes of Leggy and other persons are saying, oh, it's AI generated. How do we portray ourselves in the outside world? Because I want to believe that there are certain individuals who were present at that event, who saw what really happened. I mean, imagine when they go online and they are seeing videos like that. It really does not make sense to me. And I want to believe that a lot of Nigerians will see it this way too, honestly.
I mean, you've said quite a number of things. I think one of the things I'm going to start with is to acknowledge the fact that anybody can sleep. We've seen artists, young artists, very, in their 20s, 30s, falling, and it's not a new thing. About Lege Miami saying that as well. Well, I don't know, but anything that can generate traffic for people online, they don't mind doing it, even if it's wrong or even if it's a lie. So that's one. But let me go straight to the issue of the president sleeping. Yes, when I saw the video, for one, I think if it was AI generated, the presidency would not release the statement to say the president is well. So he acknowledges the fact that yes, it happened in Turkey, and of course that was a thing. But just before he sleeps, right? I don't want to make a fuss about this, but this could just be a speculation around the president. The way he was walking, you can tell that. This is a work that is taking a lot of stress, but those are just speculations as best as we say. But we must high time we started thinking about the age of our president and our leaders. For one, to become a leader in this country, to lead Nigeria, to be the sailor of this country, it takes a lot on you, psychologically, emotionally, mentally, physically, every other way. It takes so much to become a president. It takes so much more to now, saddle that responsibility of presidency for 4 years, for 8 years, especially for someone who is of age, like maybe the president now. So if he was a young man, this might not have created so much fuss because it might just, after falling, after sleeping, just do a press up, just to show people I'm very, very fine, nothing doing me, that kind of thing. But, no disrespect to his age. Age is a good thing, especially if it's used to better the country. It's so good to have leaders who are old, who are, because they have experience. But, sometimes I think one of the things we might want to say is that when we look back, we look at the experience, or we look for experience. But when we look ahead, we look for inspiration. And I know Africa as a country, a continent as well, has looked back for a lot of times. We are looking for people who has experience to saddle the presidency or leadership position in Africa, and this is a normal thing in the African setting now. But again, to say that we need inspirational leaders is another conversation, especially now that everybody is talking about not too young to rule, all of those bills that is passing across, not just Nigeria, some African countries as well. We know so many of African countries that have their presidents above 70, quite a number of them. Just a few just below 70. But if you talk about the age 70, at age 70, an average person is going to be physically weak. It's just so natural. Biology has told us that, yes, age is a thing of the mind, but much more so, the physiological implication of age can tell on the person. You can see the face of the president. It's not like the face of Tinubu. We can tell that the age has taken its toll on the president, which is okay, which is not bad. But we are saying that maybe it's a good time to now start thinking about people who wants to, steer the course of this administration or this country. Should also have what it takes in terms of the physiological, or maybe should we say the strength, as it were, to saddle, because it's not easy. Imagine I'm not sure how long the president will have to sleep every day. We've seen the president go for meetings, so many of the times he catches his breath inside the plane. When it is in the jets, that's when the only time you get, because once it gets there, remember that procession too, when it was received ceremonially, he had to stand up for a long time, because of course there was parade in Turkey for that and all of that. The president was there, and so it might be a lot to bear for any person that is above 70. And this is just a fact. You cannot argue with the fact of age telling on people. It's okay for age to do that, but can we also have a system of government that can accommodate young people, not because the president sleeps particularly, but because we know how much it takes to bear the rules, to bear the cost of the country, to bear the responsibility of a nation as big as Nigeria with over 200 million people. So it takes so much to even think about what something happened in Kaduna, another thing in Zamfara, and you're getting all of those thoughts into your head. That can crumble your mind. And that's just for one. That's just an example. So your president is having so many things on his table, and he has to deal with every one of them. So it's a lot to even imagine for a president. But I think my claim on this would just be, I think it's high time youth stood up to the task and say, let's do some more. Because I know we say it. I know sometimes we debate it, but it's time to move into action, to do much more than saying and walk the talk. Because at the end of the day, they keep calling us the leaders of tomorrow, but when are we supposed to be the leaders? Because tomorrow is so near, and sometimes we have even gotten into our tomorrow and we are still not leaders. It's still the same name, the same narrative, the same set of people that we've seen in 1990-something, 93, 94, 95, 2000, that we're still seeing again. When is it going to be the time for the youth to rise up? I think I spoke at one SADC council meeting recently, that society, South African Development Council, and a group of about 16 youth where there was a youth parliament, and I said, one of the things we should start doing is start sitting at the table, not on the table. I know youth, we talk about a lot of things, but usually we are always on the table, and we are the ones they are discussing. If you sit on the table, you are not calling the shot. But if you sit at the table, you call the shots. And it's high time we started calling the shots, even from wherever position you find yourself, be it journalism, be it whatever field. It's high time we stood to the call and do what is right, especially as to leading the country. Learn all you can, get the experience, get all of the inspirational requirement as well, and because you have the energy. The Bible, I'll refer to the scriptures that say that the strength of the youth is in the power of the youth is in their strength, or something like that. So you can tell that an average young mind can have the tenacity, the energy, the strength, the virality as well to, man some positions, not just because some people that are old will not do well, but because a young mind can also do something inspirational for the country. A young man can also put something to the table and make it a better place. But for the president, I mean, maybe because we've seen, I mean, many insinuations will come from this, and this is why. Some, I think in the last visit of the president, some allege that it was on a medical tourism. It was on a medical visit to Europe at the time that he needed to do some check. But if people do checkups, everybody can do checkups. It's okay to do checkups. But if you do a frequent checkups, it tells more on your health. It speaks volume of your health, the condition of your health. And we cannot, I don't know how many times we want to disagree with the fact, but it's just so true that once you get to a particular threshold in age, it comes telling. It comes knocking, it comes begging. You can only do so much because at that point you are physically weak. The president will not be able to do 70 press-ups right now, and that's a fact. But that's not required for being a president. But I'm just saying, physically too, is demanding to become a president in this country. And I think that's my claim, that the youth should also stand up.
Yeah, I get you. And I would love to take it from the angle of the youths now. You mentioned that the youth should be ready to take up political positions in the country. But it's really sad that the Nigeria of today, we've never had, political apathy has never been this bad. You mentioned the youth, but then there are a lot of youth, thousands of youth without a voter's card. And those who have, on the day of election, they would rather go find somewhere to sit, play ball, do house chores, and then do other things aside from voting. So these are the issues. We need to begin to question the reasons why most of them are not interested. And then the little ones, or let me say the few ones that are interested, does the system make room for them to actually contest and win election, regardless of the bills that have been passed in the recent years? So these are the issues. So that going back to the fitness of the president now, according to Onoduga, he said, because a lot of Nigerians are asking, why is it that the president is always on the move? Recently, he came back from Abu Dhabi, and then he traveled to Turkey. If care is not taken in the next month now, he might still travel to another country. So these are the issues. I think that's one thing that I'm very concerned about. And he's not the first Nigerian president to do that. Past presidents, they're always traveling to one country or the other, all in the name of, we are trying to get people to invest in foreign countries to invest. Because according to him now, he mentioned quite a number of things while the president, is traveling. He's trying to, get some things in place for people. And I'm wondering, okay, these are actually very good. Areas of engagement include defense and security, trade and investment, energy, and broader economic development. See, there's a way you can develop your country, and then people will be willing to invest. You don't even need to travel and meet them. How many presidents of developed countries are always on the move, trying to, get people to come and invest? It's because they have what it takes. I mean, they don't even need to travel to your country. You can just Google, you see what is going on in that country. So this is one thing that we need to focus on moving forward as a country. Yes, it is good to travel, but then it should not be every now and then. I mean, that might stress anybody. You don't even have to be 70 years or 80 years. If you're always on the move without resting properly, you discover that it doesn't matter how intelligent you are, you begin to function below your capacity. That has been proven scientifically. So whether you're old or not, I think the president sometimes should really take rest. Yeah, we know that he's doing this in the interest of the country, talking to the France tomorrow. He needs to take rest. And I think that's a very convenient place to put it this morning. Just like the presidency said, he's well, and then we are happy about that fact. We do hope that he will take proper rest even after coming back from this particular trip. And then I think it's time to take the weather reporter this morning before we take a short break.